Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. Hope that you can hear me. Hope that you can see the slides. If you're in, if you could just let us know, would really really appreciate that. As always, welcome to Paul's Monday Market Update number 214 for Monday, the 9th of February 2026. Hope you're all well. Hope you've had a good weekend. I certainly have, which basically consisted of England winning the Six Nations, United winning and Liverpool losing. So it was pretty much a trifecta of great results for me there. Okay, so that sets us off for a good start to the week ahead. But wherever you are, hope you've had a good weekend. Hope you're ready for what is going to be an interesting week, another interesting week in the interesting year that we find ourselves here in 2026. If you are joining us for the first time, the Monday Market Update is just that. It is me flying through as much as I can possibly share with you over the next 25, 30 minutes, looking at strength and weakness within FX indices and commodities markets, having a look at some charts of interest, okay, that you might want to add to your watch list, and then also basically a look at the live markets. It is not a signal service. It's not trade recommendations. It is me sharing what I'm looking at, which you may wish to add to your watch list as well. As always, you are very welcome here, but just remember you're always responsible for your own trading decisions. And if you want a bit of help and support in your own trading journey, you can join the VTP Trader Accountability Group. Doesn't really matter what you trade or how you trade. It's all about building discipline, accountability, and consistency in your trading endeavors. You can either ping me if you've got questions, or you can use the bit.ly code or that QR code there. It'll take you towards where there's some more information. Next is Ford Motor Company. They too are got their earnings after the close, and the reason I'm kind of interested in this is that most of my friends are real petrol heads. I'm not myself. I find cars a bit slow and two-dimensional for me, but there you go. But my friends are they're all absolute utter nutter petrol heads, okay, and so they're constantly banging on at me about cars, and I'm actually always just looking at, right, well, where's the opportunity? And what I was fascinated by was over the last couple of weeks, what we have seen is that a lot of these major companies like Ford and a couple of the others we're about to look at have all had to sort of endure massive write-downs on let's say, the complete failure is too strong a word, of their EV, okay, parts of their business. And what we can see is that there's been some huge write-downs, and Ford came out of this last year, and invariably, this is probably what we saw here is that when we saw kind of price here, $10, okay, $10 was acting as real support, and then basically last year we kind of came through that. That is what they call a Vulcan setup there, really nice reversal of $10, and actually, once they had announced, sort of kind of admitted that basically the EV business was nowhere near as strong, okay, as they had hoped, and that basically they were going to have to continue to basically sort of defend their cash flows from sort of combustion engine vehicles. It almost actually it kind of helped the share price, and so it's kind of gone from $10 up to just underneath $14, which is where, as you can see, there's clearly been a sort of a level of resistance there historically over the last few years, and we're underneath this now. It has actually been really quite a nice trend there, okay, since the sort of Liberation Day lows. And I'd be looking at, well, okay, are the numbers good enough to get it above 14 and hold, okay, as part of a move higher? Or are the numbers poor? Or is the sentiment overall in the market poor? And does that sort of kind of rug pull it at 14? So I think people will be looking to sort of see, what the balance sheet is like tomorrow, okay, and also I think, and maybe this is just me, look to see what if any guidance is given around the profitability of their EV element, if there is even any, okay. So because I'd say the tone and the sentiment has turned against it, and so kind of disappointment on that tends to outweigh kind of any good news on the legacy side. It is a kind of tale of two stories there with Ford at the moment.